Hey, it's it's Mario Start. Hey, we are back in Super Mario. I was trying to sing it, like time it with the music, and it didn't work. But here we are back in Super Mario World, and what we're doing today is we are Vanilla Dome, right? That's one thing. What's one thing I like about this game is that everything is named. Not all of them. Not the Force of Illusion, Star Road, Bowser, but oh, and Yoshi's Island. Okay, 3 of them are named after foods. There's it's Donut Plains. It's pretty dope. And then there's Vanilla Dome. And then there's those things like Chocolate Island for World 4. Yeah, it's Chocolate Island. It's fantastic. Oh, it's right there. Oh, I can just fly. Oh, that's right. I have Blue Yoshi, who is the way to make everything in your life easier. I've heard a lot of complaints about the level Tubular in Super Mario World. Easy as crap if you have Yoshi, Blue Yoshi here. It is just such a breeze. Because he's pretty damn cheap. But not cheap. It's not like he's cheating because he's in the game. So I don't really consider it cheating because it's like already in it. It's like they offer you to do it. It's not like you have to exploit anything or put in a code. Unless that is considered cheating. I'm just stupid. And that makes this is good music. I don't know what to talk about. It's late and my dog is here and she's just like sitting and like licking and like I don't know what she's even doing. She's just sitting there just being cute and adorable. And she's just looking at the wall. Cause that's just entertaining, I guess. But something I could talk about is like Super Mario 3D World. And what that's about is it's the same Mario he usually had the same concepts in his games, just like platform and stuff, and like I think it's a good way to milk the series. Mario, I have to admit, it's a series that's like usually always the same thing, but I don't know how to explain it, but they do it they milk it in a good way, where it's still they have the core base, but it still feels like new. I don't know how to explain it. The core base, the base mechanics, I don't know. But 3D World is a sequel to 3D Land with ba-da-ba-ba, you know, the booping music. I think it's pretty damn catchy. And I kind of like the title. One reason I like the title is because I want them to bring more elements from Super Mario World, because they've been putting in a lot of elements of Super Mario Bros. 3, which I'm fine with. But I mean, come on, the only real like elements I've seen from Super Mario Bros. Super Mario World. Oh, I'm sorry, Yoshi. He's just melting like ah, and he's screaming, and he wants me to save him. Like, oh, you mad? I don't care. But oh, 40. That's fantastic. And they've been using a lot of elements from Super Mario Bros. 3, which I'm fine with. I just think that they should use more things from World. I do know that they've been they put in the world map in New Super Mario Bros. U, and that's great. But I mean, give them like a Yoshi or a Cape in the next one or something like that. Because I mean, with the title with the world in it, it's the perfect time to put some like nostalgic and reminiscent stuff in it from Mario World. Because this is a very popular game. I mean, it's sold like 3 million more copies than Super Mario Bros. 3 did. It's pretty damn successful, and it's one of Mario's most successful games ever made. So it's 28. So I mean, I think it should be you know, it's kind of brought back. But good thing is they brought back the Goombas from this. The kind of like one with the green shoes, and they also brought back the Chuck, the football players. Oh, I'm missing all the stars, but this works too. I'm just gonna get all mushrooms. Oh, here it comes. I love this music. Alright, watch it. Wait for it. Okay, but it looks like it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. It looks like it's gonna be pretty good. And oh, I know this level. And I think it can. The Wii U looks like it's starting to pick up. That's for damn sure. Because they did a very smart move. They price dropped it by $50, and even the Wind Waker bundle is $50. It's only $300. So that means like you'd be paying like $250. It's like the equivalent of paying $250 for a deluxe Wii U plus the Wind Waker HD. Holy crap. So I think it's a very smart move because I'm stupid. No, I missed out on the Seek. I don't really need to go in there. Anyways, it's a little secret or something like that. But they did a good time to price drop it right before holiday season, because now there's a good amount of games that are out, that are at least coming out. There's Pikmin. At least I'm gonna say this year. There's Pikmin. There's that new Super Luigi U. That's pretty dope. Dope. Oh my gosh. By the way, when I say dope, I don't mean it like serious. It's kind of like if like you say hashtag YOLO like swag, I would be sarcastic. One thing about my humor is I'm a smart ass and I'm sarcastic, so you should know that about me. I'm kind of a jerk. Like, humor-wise, I'm genuinely a nice person, usually. But so you got Donkey Kong, you got Pikmin, you have this wonderful 101, you have Sonic, exclusive to Nintendo. And you got 3D World, and you got it's a good amount of titles. I'd say that for sure. And it's looking good. I'd say it's looking quite well. And then you got Mario Kart, and then you got the possible Xenoblade Chronicles sequel, and then you have Bayonetta 2, and then you have Smash Bros. I'm like, oh shit, son. Oh, and then there's Yarn Yoshi as well. Yeah, so it's starting to pick up. I hope the sales go up more. I don't think it's gonna win the console war, but I just want it to do successful. It looks like it might be like a GameCube or an N64 of this generation, where it does, like, GameCube sold terribly, by the way. Like, the PS2 outsold it by 130 million copies. And N64, it sold which surprises me. For some reason, I thought N64 dominated PlayStation for the longest time, but the PlayStation, the first one sold 100 million, N64 only 30. And that does surprise me, because N64 had a lot of, well, I think my problem with N64, it had a lot of bad games. I think there's like 20 or 30 really good games, but that's at least in my opinion. And then, like, say on the Super Nintendo, there's like 50 of them or something like that. I think that's why the Super Nintendo was my favorite console. Mainly because just the software, just the library of games, the best I've ever seen. And the 3DS is the best library of games I've ever seen in the Super Nintendo. So, yeah, that's pretty good. But I think it's the N64 doesn't have too big of a library, like, really good games. But the ones they have are, like, the best games ever. Super Mario 64, Ocarina, Banjo-Kazooie, Smash Bros, Majora's Mask. Always going back to his Donkey Kong roots. Mario has triumphed over Lemmy Koopa of Castle Number 3. Mario's quest is starting to get much more difficult. Have you found the red and green switches yet? Yes, I have. Yeah, I have. I don't know why I paused there, but, you know, I'm just pausing. My dog's just here looking at me like, shut up. I don't appreciate your attitude. Don't look at me like that. Stop. Okay, now she just looks, like, alright. Once I start petting her, she's like, yeah. What a jerk. He's so cute. I can forgive you. But, another thing that Nintendo, they announced all the release dates. They decided to switch, they decided to make Donkey Kong come in December, and 3D World to come out in November. And for whatever reason, it said Donkey Kong Country Return. It's actually Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I like that they can use, like, the country name. Is Donkey Kong Country Return considered Donkey Kong 4? Is this a new series? But, Donkey Kong Country 4. But I'm sorry, I'm tired. It's like 2 in the morning. And, it was Donkey Kong, the Tropical Freeze was only $50 for whatever reason. Like, Wind Waker HD is $50, that makes sense because it's a remake, but I mean, I don't know why, it's kind of confused me a little bit. But, and they have actually 3 big titles. They have Mario Party, which we heard nothing about until, like, we saw, like, one, like, trailer or something in a direct. And then they announced the release date for, like, this year, and we've only seen, like, one thing about it, so, oh, okay. Alright then. And, oh man. And Mario Party, Link to the Past 2, Link Between Worlds, and 3D World's coming on one day, which is pretty big. And I think they come out around the same month the PS4 comes out. And so, yeah. Another thing Nintendo did was the Nintendo 2DS, and got a lot of hate for no reason, which I don't think it deserves the hate. In my personal opinion, I think it's a fantastic idea. And I might say, well, I would rather. I already have a 2DS. It's called turning off the slider, which that argument doesn't make sense because you either pay $170 to $200 for a 3DS, and if you hate the 3D, then what's the point? You're paying $40 to $70 extra for 3D when the 2DS is only $130. And honestly, it's it's targeted to kids, but it's also, I think, it's targeted like even to like older generation, not older generation, I mean teenagers and like college kids and stuff like that with Pokemon, because they announced it on purpose on the same day as Pokemon X and Y because they know there's a lot of people who are like, oh, 3D sucks, I don't want a new 3DS, and oh, I lost Yoshi, I'll get him back later. And it's like, it's not just for kids, even though it's really aimed towards that. It's also like a cheaper alternative, so they can, because they know Pokemon X and Y is gonna sell a lot. Because Pokemon, if you didn't know, Mario is the most successful franchise of any video game ever. It's sold like with everything, it's sold like 500 million. And Pokemon is the second successful, and it's sold like 260, I think, 260 mil. And what the hell was that? Okay, but Pokemon is a big seller, and they know that a lot of people are, like, if they want to play, a lot of people do have 3DSs, like, it's selling quite well, but a lot of people don't have the 3DS yet because, like, they're buying 3DS for Pokemon, and they don't want to spend that much money, and it gives them a cheaper alternative. So, while this is geared towards kids, a lot of it is just for people who, like, just want to play Pokemon. But the whole... It looks uncomfortable as hell, but seeing, like, the hands-on footage, it actually looks like it's comfortable. Nintendo wasn't stupid enough to release an uncomfortable, like, controller. They've always... Nintendo controllers, they can look weird as shiznit. I'm like, they can look so terrible. Look at the N64 controller. That thing is disgusting looking, but it plays like a charm. Look at the GameCube. It's one ugly ass controller, but it's probably one of the most comfortable controllers I've ever played with. And then there's the Wii, it's kind of weird too. Not played fine, at least in my opinion. And the Wii U gamepad, it looks pretty damn weird and like too big, but it plays fine. And Nintendo wouldn't be stupid enough to do an uncomfortable console. So while it will look weird based on Nintendo's history, apparently it feels fine. And apparently the trigger buttons are a lot better than the 3DS ones. So that's good, and it gives you a 4GB SD card like the 3DS XO has. And the whole no hinges feature, again, that's the geared towards kids thing, because like with hinges, 5-year-old, they break. That's a given. They will break them damn hinges, and that's a fact. So I honestly think it's a good move, not just for kids, but for people who just want their Pokemon, or people who just want a 3DS and don't give a crap about the 3D effect, for only $130, which is like, damn. And that's $70 less than an XL, and I believe Vita too. I believe the Vita's 200. I know the Vita was 220, but I think they lowered it. I'm not sure about Vita stuff. Oh, I gotta get me that feather. No, go back. Okay, that's good. That's good. And yeah, that was terrible. Yeah, it sounded ugly, but I think it's a good idea, and that's just my opinion. Well, actually, no. I honestly think it's a good idea if you look at the research. It's not like they really want money. If this was like showing that they're greedy and just want money, it'd be as much as 3DS. But they decided to make it $40 to $70 cheaper, and it's like that's actually really nice. By the way, it's like Ludwig von something. Maybe it's Ludwig von like Koopa, but this is a Koopaling, and he is actually kind of based off of Beethoven. They made his name was Ludwig, like Ludwig von. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Ludwig von Beethoven. Da ba 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 da 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 da. I just slammed my bed, and then my dog just looked at me with his eyes, just like, I will murder your face. Oh my gosh. That scared the crap out of her. Where the hell is it going? Oh, I remember this part. See, Ludwig von Koopa, yeah, he's basically like they got him off Beethoven, and he's my favorite, because he's just weird. Like this game. But weird in a good way. Forced evolution lies ahead. Yeah, it's this one. Oh boy, but it's probably one of my favorite worlds in this game. It's really fun and mysterious, and the music is fantastic. Thank you for watching Super Mario World. I will do stuff later. Yeah!